proud of our beginnings because I think it was rooted in a profound desire to change the world.
The U.S. in 1984 was deliberately trying to undermine the establishment of an equitable society in Nicaragua. So there was this immediate war, and we were saying the U.S. should not be sending military aggression.
And Bikes Not Bombs was founded as a way to support that people's movement.
Bikes Not Bombs set up partnerships in Nicaragua with a variety of Nicaraguan organizations. Many of them for many years were in the disabled community. So we helped set up a huge bike shop in Managua that employed 15 to 30 people. So we created permanent bicycle infrastructure. But there always was an underlying analysis on the part of Carl and myself and all of the other founders of Bikes Not Bombs, the founding board members and the initial volunteers. For any culture to have a petroleum-dependent transportation system was a recipe for World War. To have a truly peaceful world, you have to have environmental sustainability. And in order to have environmental sustainability, you have to have social justice.
So when Bikes Not Bombs was founded, it was bikes, not bombs, in a very literal way. And I think since then we've evolved to understanding bombs to be something more than just physical bombs, but also injustice and oppression in communities here in Boston and in the global South, and that how we can use bikes to address those issues of injustice.
Our founders saw that they were fighting violence all over the world by providing bikes and using bikes as a tool to do that. But here in our home neighborhood, violence was on the rise. And it was in 1990 that we added youth programs, which I think was the most important addition to our programs.
The youth programs here create a lot of access to transportation. With transportation comes opportunity. We definitely need more opportunities to get work, to get to school, to stay healthy. And Bikes Not Bombs creates all that with youth programs.
With our youth programs, Earn a Bike and Girls in Action, we teach the youth how to repair bikes that they earn during the program.
They go through a process of learning how to rebuild a bike, how to ride it safely, and then at the end of that program they earn that bike and are then able to become instructors in our program.
What we want to do is put the power back in the youth's hands, and that's why we do programs like Chain Reaction and Biking. We will meet up in the morning, we'll pack up a trailer with a whole bunch of inner tubes, tool kits that are basically full of all the tools that you would need to fix a bike. We'll take everything we need to basically set up shop somewhere.
We could switch it off. We switch the derailleur, we get you a new one, and we change the cable and the housing. We do outreach here, and it's basically a drop-in time where we have youth of all ages come in, bring their bikes, and we help adjust them. We do usually get a lot of youth that come in with a bike that's unrideable, and by the end of the program, like we get it back up and running, so they get to leave with it.
Bikes Not Bombs helped me notice the mechanics of not only bikes, but the mechanics of the society we're living in. So having somewhere that youth can come, sit down, say how they're feeling, and also identify issues that they deal with and showing them how they can change this is very, very important.
Even before I first started, I got known to being like the quietest person. So when I started working here, I was still quiet until Jesus and especially Taz, like everyone makes sure that I talk and like I have my voice.
These programs create youth leaders.
It gets to show that, hey, I'm not just this rowdy kid. I can actually step up and show like adults that I can do the work that they can do.
We collect between 5,000 and 6,000 bikes a year. International program ships about 3,500 to 4,000 per year to our partners.
We partner with different organizations in the global South that are using the bicycle as a vehicle for social change. We send them containers of used bicycles, we provide them with technical assistance, we help them build their networks of contacts so that they can gather more resources, and we really try to do all of that to help them be the drivers of change in their own communities.
La bicicleta es como parte de la familia de cada individuo, porque si necesita ir al campo, necesita transporte, lo usa como medio de diversión, como participación, o sea, que hay un sinfín de cosas que se pueden hacer con la vida. O sea, la bicicleta es todo. En lo económico se mira de que en vez de usar gasolina, electricidad, por lo menos un medio de un transporte más grande, se puede utilizar la misma bicicleta como un medio de transporte y como un medio de trabajo. Porque Bicimáquinas está entre lo artesanal y lo industrial, estamos en medio. Yo he visto porque han venido varias personas y cuando miran una máquina, pues yo tengo una idea, puedo hacer otra. Entonces, eso es lo que nos fomenta pues, la educación sobre el uso de la tecnología.
We're pairing this idea of social change and social justice to something really concrete and tangible of the bicycle. And so all of our partners have different goals and ideas of what they see as the issues of social justice in their own communities, and then they're able to use the bicycles to tangibly work towards those goals of social change.
We also use the bikes in our full-service bike shop, where a number of them are refurbished, and those bikes are sold to be able to support our youth and international programs.
I like working with my hands. I also like working with different types of people. You know, bicycle bomb definitely changed the course of my life. Me growing up in Roxbury wasn't easy. There was a lot of violence going on at that time at a young age. A neighbor came to me one day and handed me an application. You know, it was the Earn a Bike program application. From me joining that, I felt like this was the place that I've been looking for. You know. I bump into youth all the time in the streets, and I encourage them to seek out for like a program. Just tell them about our Earn a Bike programs, our vocational programs, you know, stuff that I've done in the past to keep me positive minded.
So while we are organizing and building power to change policy structures and work towards systemic change, we're not waiting for that to happen. We're providing young people with sustainable, affordable transportation. We're providing our international partners with the tools they need to transform their communities now.
Bikes Not Bombs has accomplished so much. I mean, part of the nature of the organization is that while we have this unifying theme of the bicycle, Bikes Not Bombs has actually done a lot of different things, from youth development and community development in Boston and in a whole variety of different communities around the world.
There's much work left to be done, and there is much work that is going to require more hands, more organizing, more power, and we need our community to stay connected and involved and make sure that we're moving forward together.
There are things in our communities that we have the power to change, which is everything.